Hey everybody, I'm Chad with Now Gardening. What we're doing today is a little pest control in the garden. We have aphids and ants, and I've seen a couple green caterpillars, and leaves are getting chewed up, so we're going to get to work on these pests. So today's recipe calls for dish soap, clean, non-scented dish soap, orange oil, clove oil, and rosemary oil. It's always best when you're picking your oils to try and get a cold pressed oil if you can. Sometimes it's kind of hard. The other ones still work, don't worry. Just look at your options when you're at the store. Your soap, don't get anything with degreasers or scents or detergents. Just any detergent besides the soap anyways. Just get the regular dish soap. They use dish soaps on oil spills. It's good on your plants too. You can really use it on anything. It won't hurt it. Comparably, you don't want a lot of soap in the ground, just like your septic system. If you have too many soaps, then what's actually a compost action doesn't break down your septic, but that's another video. But anyways, for getting rid of your pests the organic way, when you're using these oils, it's really good for these soaps because it helps the oils actually stick to the plants, especially the way I'm using it right now. I'm using a garden hose applicator. That's not the best way. You want this to come out as much of a mist as possible, so we're using the soaps from this, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of molasses, about half a teaspoon, just to make it a little bit more sticky, but not so sticky that it's going to gunk up the plant's leaves. Alright, so what we do with this is I use an ounce of the soap for as much as I'm trying to treat. I use a pitcher of warm water so the oils will be really watery. And then I use about 20 drops of each of these three oils, the clove, the orange oil, and the rosemary. Now first we'll do the dish soap. Now this is a lot of dish soap if you are just going to use a spray bottle or something. And it'd also be a lot of oil, but what I do in my garden hose applicator, I have a setting that says how much I want per gallon, and what I'll probably do this time is try just to mix an ounce per gallon of this pitcher, and then after that, if I don't get the results I wanted, I'll go up to 1.5 ounces or the 3-ounce setting. So let's get our clove oil. Clove oil, take the little cap off. Just bought these, never used these drippers before. Okay, so what we'll do then instead, 20 drops would probably be just a little less than half a teaspoon. That's initially why I brought this out. And then I saw I had droppers, but I think the droppers are for a piece you're supposed to put on it. I got this at the local natural market. So lots of times those products have refills, and I think I might have bought a refill. It doesn't say it, but I think that's what it is. This is the orange oil. It's about 1/4 teaspoon. Careful with this stuff. Definitely has got a strong smell. Orange oil doesn't mix with the water very well. That's what the soap is for. The orange oil was to help with the ants, mainly, is why I'm using it. And the ants are climbing all over the plants, and sometimes they'll carry aphids up the plant. A little hard, that's why I want to use a dropper, but it's okay. I'll clean it up. Alright. Now these oils are really strong. If you're using this much oil, if you're just making a 5-gallon bucket, you probably want to do about 5 to 10 drops. Just 100% pure, all of these. Now the last, let's put a little bit of molasses, like I said, not a lot, just enough to help the oils stick. Because you want them to stick and dry. And the rosemary oil is for aphids and spider mites. I think I started talking about that with the clove oil. The clove oil will actually, I've heard, kill spider mite eggs. So we're gonna see. If you had like a mason jar or something, you could shake this up real good. That'd be a little bit easier. I'm currently using all the jars that I have, so we'll just use the pitcher. And just like our fertilizers, this actually smells really good. It doesn't have a nasty smell like department store pesticides and pest controls. And this one's pretty much for the insects. I would imagine it might help with some fungus and stuff, but I would rather use a different recipe for that, and we'll show that later. And this is just one of many recipes. A big part in organic pest control are these essential oils. So now what we'll do is we're going to put this in the hose applicator and see how it works out. And then next week I'm going to pick up my favorite ingredient, some neem oil. I just couldn't find any at the market I was at, and I couldn't wait, so we're going to deal with what we can this go around. And then the next go around we'll have the neem oil, and we'll show you what we do with that. So I'm going to go take care of the garden for a while. Until next time, I'm Chad with In and Out Gardening. Thank you.